There we go. Well, Scott, talk about the team. I mean, obviously, there's been a lot of changes in the off season with new coaching, new coach coming in, and new players. I mean, what's the forecast for the year?
I'm really looking forward to us getting going. We recently on Sunday got 7 guys down sent down from Dallas, and unfortunately they couldn't get in the exhibition game Sunday. But at least they're here now. I think the makeup of our team certainly changed Sunday. We have a lot of returning guys. We've got an experienced defensive group, and I think our goaltending is outstanding. Same boats for our forward group. We don't have that elite player, but we've always found ways to win games and kind of score by committee. And I sense, for instance, a guy like Cedar just was right around the big club. I expect him to step up offensively this year and be a big plus for us.
You know, we talked a lot about defense and goaltending being the strengths of this team. Colt, you think is the one that can be the offensive player for them?
I think he can add. He's a really good two-way player, and I just think that his offensive game is just on the cusp of breaking out here in the American Hockey League. He's right around the NHL, so I expect his confidence level. And usually with athletes, if the confidence level is going well, then they'll jump at it and play well. And he's going to get plenty of opportunity as well.
What about the changes to the schedule that team? We got a shorter year this year. We got changes in the playoffs. Talk about how that evolution. I know you're really involved in that.
Yeah, I like the 4 games less, 76 regular season games. And for fans that don't know, it's also we are not playing any 4 games in 5 nights, which is just supremely taxing to any kind of athlete, but a hockey player in particular. So we've got 4 weekends, I think, of 3 and 3, which is really good. I think it really helps, gives the road trips a little better, usually a day off between games on the road, which is really beneficial, I think, too, for a group. So it certainly aids, and you know what, it allows from a development standpoint, you can practice more. And I think guys do need to practice more at this level.
If you had a wish list, Scott, the things, 2 or 3 things that you have that you don't have that you would like to have, what would it be?
It's always a question I like to ask. I just think having that elite AHL scorer, we've got good AHL scorers, but having an elite AHL scorer would be certainly beneficial. But it is what it is. It's kind of been our makeup here for, I've been doing this now, I don't know how many years, but it's certainly in Cedar Park, our makeup has always been goaltending, D, and then scoring by committee. And this makeup of this team right now does not appear to alter that. It's pretty much scoring by committee.
What about the toughness of the team, Scott? Do you feel pretty good about that?
Well, I don't know if anybody's aware, but Eric Goddard has been an NHL heavyweight for a number of years, and all I think is that it's just gonna it adds. We don't necessarily want him to fight. It's more he's gonna. I'm kind of calling him Luke Gazdik's babysitter a little bit, but he's gonna allow for space out on the ice. And I think it's always good. We've talked to many players during the course of time here, and they like that presence, whether it was with Luke and now with Eric, and now we got 2. But the biggest thing, I guess, on Luke's side of it, we want him to play the game. We want him to play, instead of 8 to 9 minutes, we want him to play 15 to 16 minutes, become a third-line player, because he's pushing for the big club too. And he's come in, had a great camp in Dallas. He's a lot stronger than he was. If people probably can't imagine that, but it's true. He's way stronger than he was. But we want him to play whistle to whistle, and learn how to play the game even more. And it's a big year for Luke.
Scott, you've had the opportunity to watch the new coaches here for a little bit. What are your thoughts?
Obviously everybody's his own coach, but Jeff Pyle, our head coach, is an energetic, vocal coach. Gets his opinion across well, communicates well with the players, and is open to ideas. And he's not the one he's going to say, we're going to do it this way and that's the only way. He's the type, he's going to listen, he's going to try to do what he wants to do, and then if it doesn't work, he'll be the first one to change it. And I think Jeff Truitt, our assistant coach, is a good compliment. He's had AHL experience, a little more reserved, so they're a good pair. But so far, I like what I see. They're good people, and our character and culture here is of that, and I think that will continue.
Players are accepting of it.
Oh, no doubt. Well, they better accept it, Mitch. No, they've been excellent. I think the guys like it. Obviously, they're all happy for Glenn and Paul to move on. but I think the guys that, especially the guys that were up in Dallas up until the end there, the last 6 or 7 that got sent down, they know they're right around it. They played well, all of them played well in camp, and they know their job is to be the best down here and make sure that their names get called when Dallas needs a player.
Gives them a little bit of an advantage having played for Glenn.
No doubt, no doubt. I think if you were probably to poll Glenn and Paul, you'd probably say that those players that were with us last year here in Cedar Park that were in Dallas's main camp were probably his biggest allies in terms of implementing the system, because a lot of times players don't want to ask coaches, oh, what am I doing here or what am I doing there? They'll ask a player. Like Brad Lukowich had a field day there in PEI in Dallas, explaining everything. Not that he's shy or anything, but just passing the knowledge along. And I think that helps and it eases in the transition, especially for the players that were in Dallas last year and are learning the new system this year.
Can you talk a little bit about what you saw out of the tryouts this weekend? Did anyone pique your interest? Are you thinking for later call-ups when needed? Yeah,
well, I mean, there's still 3 guys here that are on tryouts. One in particular is Tyler Arneson, has NHL experience. Tyler played well. We're a little thin down the middle currently. Scott Glenn, he's injured on the NHL IR. He's going to be around here, but he's on NHL IR and probably won't start the season with us right off the get-go. So we were a little thin down the middle, so it's kind of, Tyler and I worked out a deal where he'd come down, try it out, see how he's doing, and he's done quite well. I mean, he has that elite skill that we were talking about. Now it's just a matter of getting him in his top form, I believe, and just to see how his game goes and mingles with everybody else within our group. Other than that, we have Spencer Edwards on a tryout. He's a right winger, small, but he played well on both Saturday and Sunday's game. Our coaches enjoyed him, liked him, works hard. And then the other is Andrew Randazzo. It's Andrew, right, Josh? Andrew Randazzo, short, stocky, right shot defenseman who, you know what, he's here for a reason. He's our 8th defenseman currently, basically, if you were to ask me, and that's where he earned that spot currently. So we'll see kind of where the next couple days take us with him.
With the play of Billy Sauer over the weekend, he had a pretty exceptional play. Do you feel like he's a legitimate call-up for a 5th spot?
Yeah, for sure. We told Billy that on the way out. He kind of had a tough September. A couple things fell through for him, but Coach Powell and I talked about getting a goalie here, and he recommended Billy, having coached him there a little bit in Gwinnett, and he explained what he was, and he came in and he performed quite well. I mean, he was phenomenal Saturday in San Antonio, and then Sunday he did quite well up until the shootout. I think he probably wanted to do over in the shootout, but you know what, that happens. The shootout's a gimmick, and that's the way it goes. So, but all in all, as I told him on the way out, I said, we have your phone number, and we wouldn't hesitate to call you to be our backup.
Anyone else?
One more quick one.
Yeah.
Cedar Park, Texas Stars were a development team for the big team.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever think that you'd be a development team for coaching at the next level?
Yeah, I believe we were. I mean, when I didn't really think the plan for Gully was 2 years and be gone, but I knew he was an NHL coach after a very short period of time. I've known Glenn for a lot of years, but hadn't watched him actually coach and run a team, and it didn't take long for me to figure out he was the right guy for the job in Dallas, for me anyway, and I'm glad it all worked out for him. And I think our management group in Dallas, Joe Noondike, Les Jackson, myself, Frank Provenzano, we all, he's the right guy, and I think obviously we hope for their success.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.